Last time on AI The Somnium Files.
Hey, I got an extra sweet pudding for little babies. You can have it.
Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of AI The Somnium Files. Last time, I think we got pretty lucky with that route. I think we kind of picked the best possible one, as far as, like, the happiest. Because, like, no one, I mean, aside from both of Mizuki's parents, and, you know, so, no one died. Aiba was uploaded to the cloud, so it doesn't matter. Mizuki lived, Date lived. And that makes me worried to go through these two routes, because we still have... Oh, excuse me for my wonderful voice crack there. We still have, all the way back in when we were in Iris's Somnium, we still have that other route we could have taken, which I'm really afraid to. And then we have this other one we could have gone with Ota's. So I'm actually in order. I know a lot of people want me to go back and do stuff from earlier times, so I'm gonna wait on that for right now. Mainly because I have a fresh idea of what happened here, so I want to go straight down the other route. So yeah, next up we have to go down Ota's, and then after that I'm gonna go through this one, and then hopefully that will unlock things to go back to this, because I've seen people being like, Xeno, why haven't you gone back? It's I can't. I have to play through more of the story elsewhere to go back to this. It's done for now, you know? Okay. So, we can in fact go back to this case file. Or, no, I guess we have to do all the sync in order, don't we? That's right, you can't just skip to different parts of a sync like you can a normal level. So, let's just skip through all this, because we already saw all this before. Okay, so a few things we can actually do differently here. Apparently, for this puddle, this icy floor, literally any of the solutions you pick can solve the issue. Which I think is pretty awesome.
The ice on the floor is slick.
So let's choose the... Oh, I want to choose the Nox solution. Okay, hold on. Actually, this stuff takes up a lot of time. I need to go do something else first. I believe... Yeah, last time I just... walked up to the... Did I even do anything with the ice cutting machine?
A machine used for cutting ice.
Oh god. That stuff is super expensive to do.
Iris is
Oh, that's right. We can just go bother Iris.
Tessa's catchphrase.
Yeah.
Throw ice at her. This stuff is just easy timies to acquire. Plus they're 1 second, so you can do a lot of stuff with them. Okay. So the ice cutting machine we never really messed with before. So we can kind of mess around now and, you know, do this, I suppose. Let's make... Oh, I'm so scared to... What if we just turn it on?
Too, if you turn on the power. Are you thinking that might be the motivation Ota needs? It may only be a dream, but it could severely damage Ota's mental health.
You're right. I didn't think about that. Let's not do that.
I mean, I did, but I just want to see what would happen.
Iris is on the...
I have to go waste this on something dumb now. Because it is a ×2 timey, and if I use a ×2 timey on like a 200-second thing, we're screwed.
Agent Date,
A machine.
you've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, Pewter. It's always 5 minutes. Alright, just in case, let's try and kick the machine.
If I kicked it, what if it started moving?
Then we should apologize together.
Don't apologize, that would be bad luck. It is our responsibility, of course, but I will not apologize.
That's maybe not the best attitude.
Oh, I have to keep switching between these two, because I don't want to use a ×2 timey on one of these hyper-expensive things, you know? Alright, and for the last one, for the ice cutting machine.
You've got 4 minutes.
Let's try moving it. You tried,
I
Aiba.
can't do that with this body.
I don't think it would even matter.
Alright, well now we can get to serious business. I just wanted to see what we could do with that. And by serious, I mean punching
The
this
ice on the
floor.
floor.
Because you can do any of these. So you know what? Let's go ahead and punch the floor. Actually, you know what? 30 seconds is fine for this.
This is for Date! This is for Date! This is for Date!
What did the ice do to me?
Those who don't fight won't survive! Ah!
And there he goes to do his thing. Fights with the bear for a second. Okay, so here's where we make our choice and what he did. Last time, we went over to this shelf. But instead, we're going to find a different solution by escorting him to the green shelf. Also, I realize you can get the quote-unquote secret item back here by going all the way around this bookshelf. There you go.
What?
Ota be acquired. That one's kind of hard to find. I only figured that out because of a comment. Alright, so as far as how I'm going to attract him to the shelf, I don't actually know. There's a few items we never really messed with in here.
A forklift.
Wait, pray to the forklift? What? Excuse me, what?
Please move!
I guess you're not to Ota's taste.
Not even accepted by Ota. This is the worst.
Alright, well, that didn't work. Sortie? What exactly does that mean?
What? Sortie?
This is Ota's world, right? Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool intellectual has been destroyed.
Since when did you have that? Oh, I forgot. I was naturally skilled with forklifts.
Synchronization rate, 6%. Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie!
How does that even work?
What happened?
It has reversed in time.
I don't think this ending is acceptable. We're forgetting something.
Right. I had a feeling. A forklift.
Let's try pushing it. I doubt it's gonna do anything.
Here we go!
Go, Aiba! Push! As hard as you can.
No good.
Guess there's nothing we can do.
Cars are meant to be driven, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Less than 2 minutes.
Well, since that didn't work at all, we could, defrost those plates, but I did that last time and nothing really happened. There's this frozen
The
forklift.
The tire is frozen to the floor.
I wonder why this forklift is always frozen, but the other one's always fine, you know? We found Iris frozen in here that one time. What if we try to sortie this one?
What?
You have to adjust to Ota's fantasy.
Ah, I understand. All systems green. Synchronization rate, 6%.
Oh, is this the same
Now,
thing's gonna happen?
Cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie!
This one didn't even move!
Nothing happened.
In fact, it's kind of embarrassing.
Alright. I'm actually gonna go back in time in the Somnium because we lost a lot of time just messing around here. Honestly, I should probably just restart the Somnium over again.
3 minutes, Date.
But I think we can get this anyways.
What? A plate to the cold has frost.
I don't know how I could escort him to the green shelf, though. Like, I can't talk to Ota himself. The only thing I could think of doing was defrosting these?
A plate attached to the shell. The cold has frosted over.
Maybe if I breathe on it, and he'll think about A set, because it's A. A for A set, Ota.
But then, something strange happened.
What's happening?
No, that actually worked.
Oh, that's bright.
What is this?
I knew it. So is this gonna be closer to what actually happened?
We're out of options! Tessa!
Yeah, this is more realistic.
This was another. I would have died already. Next time, he will get me. That's just destiny.
If this was another, was he referencing like the anime? Shown the letter A on the shelf.
No! I will fight destiny and win!
So he says.
I'm the one who has to help him.
We have to make Hero of Justice Ota fight back and look cool doing it.
Okay. The wooden box he just knocked down. If the forklift pushed it, that would be great, actually.
A wooden box.
Break, investigate, push.
A wooden box.
Honestly, we should probably sortie the forklift now.
A forklift.
Sortie the forklift, Aiba.
What?
Here we go again. It worked!
Hey, forklift! Fork over that weapon now!
Okay, you know what? Neither of these scenarios happened. Neither of them happened. I refuse to believe Oto's smart enough to do any of this.
I can't stand. I'm weak.
Did he really help Iris like that?
We have no choice but to have Ota do it. We need him to stand up.
So now we just have to give him the motivation he needs to stand up and fight back like a hero. Or something. Hey,
Ota
Ota.
is still down.
Last time we motivated him, so how about we... I don't know, it's like the last thing he has to do, right? I'll put it on 1 second. How about we calm him down, I guess. No, we cheer for him. That's what he'd want.
Ota will feel the worth of Iris's peace when he grasps it.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I can't run away now. I can't sacrifice Tessa. Awaken the soul!
Whatever that means. Just do the thing, Ota. Okay, that's slightly more believable. The fact that Ota hit the bear with a crate. Oh, only in this one he noticed that it was his mom's knife. This one I believe a lot more. Although I don't know about the forklift delivering the box, but if the box fell down next to him, he could have just picked it up and brute forced the situation. So in this one, he does realize that it's his mom's knife. In the other one, he didn't take notice at all. This one we also don't have to get yelled at by boss for staying in the Somnium for too long. Monday, Jik AI. Jikai.
Sorry that I had to get rough with you, kid.
Seriously, dude? Come on.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
I did not.
Temper, temper.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
What are you talking about?
Was she there?
Why would she be? That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there, but it makes it likely. The evidence is...
Her knife. And the gummy things that she bought. But I don't know if we even know about the Todoroki Man chocolate things yet. But the knife. This isn't relevant. Fine, the chocolates. I took it out of my pocket and showed him.
The Todoroki Man chocolate.
The same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought. I could tell it wasn't my mom even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
Why are you covering for her?
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse, but you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
The knife.
The kitchen knife, with a floral pattern. Mom, I love you always, is carved on the handle.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs.
Okay, one thing this is kind of starting to get me to think is that if this was Ota's mom, which I don't know how it could be, that polar bear's size did not match up in any way, form whatsoever. Like, there is no way they could have gripped a knife through that costume. Their arms are too short. They're not tall enough. It doesn't make any sense. But her husband died and her shop's just gone down the drain. I don't know if perhaps she thinks that Iris may have something to do with that, or maybe she's worried that Iris is going to take away Ota and that's all she has left. So, I don't know. Or if it was Ota himself, once again, like my original suspicion.
That very same knife.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife.
We already know that it was actually so. But that still doesn't explain his mother's involvement.
No one was supposed to see it.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And? Mom never liked Tessa. So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa.
Oh boy.
And she gave them that kitchen knife.
But why would she give them a knife to do it with? Is it just because, like, it's a sentimental thing?
I don't know. I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen. I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it. Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You do?
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris, because...
You took her car. Yeah, we need more evidence. Streaming equipment. I guess the chocolate would go along with that too? She was at the store buying the chocolate? Yeah, there we go.
The Matsushida's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famista while Iris was in the car. That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Todoroki Man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
but that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover.
She also has dementia, though, so if she needs to lie, she can lie through anything.
I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone. Right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Huh. Well, at least we got Ota to be slightly on our side now. Please don't make me go in here and she's dead alright. No, she's just right there.
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita, but I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
I finally remembered about the warehouse. I did it. I did everything.
What? What do you mean you did everything? But in the other route, so did everything. At least he admitted to killing Iris's parents. That's the thing. But about Iris herself...
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest, I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch, I took her to the warehouse, and...
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
Yes,
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her immediately.
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it didn't sound like what Boss actually wanting to say. Boss, are you even in the room? No. The room's reflected in the mirror. Camera used for interrogation. Security camera. There are pipes on the walls of the room. Same as normal. A desk in the middle of the room. Okay, Mayumi. Mayumi looks tense. Why did you kidnap Iris?
My son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry. I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
Why did you take out her eye, though?
Because I just hated her so much. Killing her wasn't enough.
Why did this all sound super fake? Like she's trying to protect Ota. Were you the one who stabbed Ota?
Well,
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
yes. I stabbed with the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me, and then it just...
Why did you want to stream it online, though?
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Jesus.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
I know how to properly set up OBS. I remember back when I was using Fraps. You kids don't even know. Back when I was recording Minecraft Let's Plays. You remember Tobuscus? Of course you don't. He's irrelevant now.
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
Yeah, just tell me what you did. What scene did you set up? What processing did you use? What renderer did you use? What encoder did you use? Huh? What was the resolution of the stream? Tell me.
I can't explain it in words. It's more like muscle memory. I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Where did you get the camera and laptop anyways?
I picked them out of the garbage.
Are you for real?
Which garbage?
I don't remember.
A perfectly good laptop and a perfectly good camera are just sitting in the garbage.
It's true. I planned the whole thing.
About the Cyclops killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out. Same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
Jeez, she's really going as far as possible to protect Ota. You don't know anything about them. What was your motive then, huh?
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works? He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate.
Yeah, I'm sure he liked to watch anime.
That man is the root of all evil. That's why I killed him.
Uh-huh. Why Shoko?
Renju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me. I answered your questions, so there.
Calm down, woman. When and how did you kill her then?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder. I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular.
Yeah, I know.
There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind. This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Renju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
I am the killer. I am.
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota,
She may have seen a criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date, sync with her.
What? I didn't expect to ever sync. You know, now I think about it, I bet we're gonna sync with every single character in the entire game. Well, not every single one, but like some of the major ones. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we synced with Boss at some point either.
We're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
Well,
Well, what?
What happened?
the sync machine isn't up. Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Wait, the sync machine's not operating to capacity.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
If we just look around her house? Look at Pewter, he looks so worried. I let Boss and Pewter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
Are you sure we shouldn't have, like, I know Pewter's an expert, I know he wears a Pokemon jacket, he has a pen pocket, he has weird Gurren Lagann glasses, but should we have, like, 1 or 2 extra engineers on hand? You know, people that can help? Instead of one guy manning an entire room of computers and servers and whatnot.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey! This is a hostile work environment!
Sorry, Pewter. We don't have labor laws down here in Abyss. It's where we can bypass them.
Why would Mayumi lie?
Why would she lie?
She is probably protecting someone.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Who is Mayumi covering for? Hold on. Before I answer that, the dashboard. Steering wheel. The glove box. Center console. She probably won't answer because I'm in the middle of this thing anyway, but... Ota.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
I mean, that's what I thought.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Impossible.
Why?
Why couldn't Ota be the culprit? The van's stolen at Famisto. Iris had her eye taken out. Doesn't make any sense. Yesterday in Somnium, Ota and the polar bear. It's probably gonna make me go through all these and then be like, oh shit, he has no freaking alibi.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
She drove when she was driving Renju's car.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
I see. In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
You know, Iris is probably crazy enough to, but... These are a lot of strange possibilities. I don't understand.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
That's exactly what I noticed.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
Oh, by the way, someone said something in the comment section about, because I took note, I said Boss's hair kinda looks like Aiba's. Now that I look at it. So, and someone said, yeah, remember when Aiba said that they made themselves look to Date's taste? Meaning that Date probably, or I wouldn't say they were in love with, but they probably find the boss attractive in one manner or another, but I can see a lot of differences in the body. Like, there's a lot of things that don't quite match the boss's physique. Why would they do that?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
We can't rule anything out.
Yeah, lots of this still don't make sense, because I don't know if this route is false, or if it's just a different possibility is the thing. Like, I don't know if this is like a timeline thing, and mayhaps So is in a different timeline the killer, but he's not the indefinite one. Or maybe in this one, we're just going down the wrong path, incriminating the wrong people. It's so hard to tell, but either route doesn't answer all the questions.
Why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her. Why?
No. A low table. It's a photo in front of Ota. It's his family's picture frame. Condiments are placed on the table. Menu. Cushion. Menus. Beer ad on the wall. Lucky cat. Window. Kitchen. Ota, it looks like Ota has calmed down. You doing okay?
Okay? How could I be okay? I got stabbed by a serial killer.
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
It's not like Mayumi is under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying, so we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
I hope that would cheer you up a little. Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal.
Do you really think you hit me in the head with a walk?
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
You...
Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
About Mayumi's dementia.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah, we're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor, and we're both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and Idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Debt?
There's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up. So they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing.
Oh god, this story is way too real. Like, this sounds like a lot of the college students I know, honestly. Like, a lot of people that go to college don't actually know what they're doing there, and they just go there because, you know, I left high school. I have to go to college. That's what they spent all of high school telling me I need to go, right? And for a lot of people, it's just not their thing. And they don't realize that yet. And they're also not mature enough to realize, like, that college is more of like a committed thing. It is something that you're doing because you wish to go into a career. There's a lot of money that goes into that, so I don't know. Just a tip from someone who's not that old, but if you're thinking of going to college, take it slow. I know people who jump right in and they're like, hey, I'm gonna take every single class in the world. I'm gonna do it. Everyone's telling me not to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, don't do that. Just take it slow. Figure out what you really want.
She just smiled and told me that it was okay. Even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer? Oh, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
Oh man, Ota has some really nice parents. You lied about the editor thing, right?
Yeah. How do you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth. But I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words. To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
Oh. God, sometimes this game just hits too close to home. Okay. When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college. Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally one day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Oh no.
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Oh man. She didn't know and he didn't know. His failures started to catch up to him and he started affecting him.
I got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
I really feel bad for him now. Cause on the surface, it just looks like... It just looks like Ota's just like wasting his life away, but I think he realizes that he needs to change a lot.
What's that picture?
Ota turned the photo frame to me so I could see.
Looking at this photo reminds me, one time when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit, but I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times. Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
I hope this route's a bit more straightforward than the other one, honestly. Because we're learning a lot here, and one of the things I don't like doing sometimes is a lot of the routes have you going between areas, and it feels like you go there just to be there. Like, there's not anything important to learn there, and it just kind of slows down the pacing for no real reason, you know? Like, I feel like when it opens up that giant, like, list of areas we can go to, especially that last one where there was, like, 7. It wasn't like 7, there was, like, 5 or 6. But, only 2 or 3 of those places had any useful information, really. A lot of the time, we went somewhere and they're like, there's nothing here yet. Or we went to Seijima's place and they're like, get out of here, and, you know, things like that.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
A thought occurred? A police officer. He says he doesn't have any new information. A police officer.
Aiba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Ota's the one who drove the station wagon.
Aiba, who drove the van here?
There are 2 possibilities. Either Iris, or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse. But that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Of course! A different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
We didn't do that in the first place? Aiba connected to the end system server and began her search. She got a result in no
Found
time.
one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate? Why?
Unknown, but we should speak with the driver immediately.
Alright, looks like we're on to something. To Lemniscate we go. Or their parking lot, I guess. Which we've never actually seen, but we're probably not going to see it. He's probably just going to be inside Lemniscate for whatever strange reason.
Hey, got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
What? Oh, God! This dude's face! Did you get run over by a forklift? And why do you talk like that?
Moi?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
This guy's an Ace Attorney character. Want to get some food sometime?
Huh? I can't hear you.
I walk closer to the receptionist.
Oh, you asked me out before, didn't you? But it's kind of complicated. I told you. I am reptilian.
But you were just joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I only eat vegetables.
Doesn't she mean a vegan or vegetarian?
I am fairly sure she means vegetarian.
Lizards eat bugs anyways. About Iris.
What? You're too far away. I can't hear you.
I walked back to the receptionist.
Oh, I can't believe Tessa became a victim too. It's like, seriously, can you not?
Can you not get your eye taken out?
Next? Freaks me out. Date, could you introduce me to some big, strong man who can protect me?
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own.
No, I'll totally die.
Casualness with which she says that. We have to walk back one last time. Is it business as usual here?
What? You gotta... Well, what can I say, you know? The biz is harsh, schedules are tight. If we shut down for even a date, we'd throw everyone else's schedules off. So they want to avoid that, of course.
I see. It's her with the big tits. Reception desk. It's her with the big tits. Okay. There's an abstract painting displayed on the wall.
Have you taken note of the painting? It is titled Lions Fishing, Carpe Diem.
That sounds like the most realistic title I've heard.
Ah, this is Magnus Spiel.
What?
How do you know?
Date's just out of touch. High table. A high stool.
A high stool. It's like a tall seat.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Lots of magazines in that rack.
Featured. Anyone can run a pyramid scheme. I believe I'll purchase that on my way home.
That's not suspicious.
Sofa King.
Sofa King.
Don't.
Almost got this, well, I guess the rating is already M because you know murder, but... I plotted
Date,
plans.
look! An antlion! Yay! Go, antlion!
Aiba's a strange fascination with insects. A potted plant. Company's logo, Lemniscate. A large window. Alright, let's look at this driver. Self-employed taxi driver. What are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Tameke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
And why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life.
Oh, he said my parents speak with what?
I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
Okay. It's probably related to Edgeworth with how he talks. About Mayumi. Before I arrived at Lemnis Gate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. I showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Ooh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Old hag?
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Report it?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
I see. Describe. I just choked on nothing. Describe what happened to Mayumi.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag. And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van, so I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there, while waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move. The old hag suddenly spoke up. I have to buy something, she declared, then made her way into the 8.
I see.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Famisto.
Oh.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
That's why she followed.
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view.
A manor, probably so Seijima's.
We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside.
So that means that when Iris took off, she stopped at So Seijima's place first, but why? Why do that?
I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued.
Oh, now I get it. So Iris went to So for some reason, and then So took out her eye and tried to do the thing. But why would Iris go to So in the first place?
But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district. The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout.
This sounds like a lot of work for a taxi driver.
About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return.
So why'd they go into that district, though?
The
So I
goose
don't
was cooked at
understand.
this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
Advance payment doesn't even begin to cover how long you spent driving her around. I have one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman So Sejima.
Sejima? Why did the van go to So's house?
We need to speak with him immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
Alright, see you later, creepy driver. Self-employed taxi driver. The fact that he's self-employed makes him even more suspicious, but... honestly, everything he said checked out so far, and we hardly even know him, so...
There's no one here.
Indeed.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
I do not detect them either.
Let's go inside.
Our only chance to ever get inside his house. Don't tell me he's gonna show up as soon as we try to go inside.
Hey, Aiba. Do you smell something funny?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Oh, right.
Expensive looking table in the middle of the room.
Something strange about this vase. Ugh.
What is it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
Yeah.
Then, as is standard procedure...
Break it! X-ray. There's a body in there, isn't there? Oh!
What the?
Date, destroy the vase!
Got it.
What? Did Iris... We could hit the vase with something that's not a gun, you know. Just saying. Oh.
So Sejima?